What's up, everyone? It's your boy Dazanar. I forgot how I do my own fucking intros at this point. I'm at my little sacred spot. I got the phone in this version, I guess, today instead of like that, but whatever. At the Green Indian Mound. I'm here with Cub. I wasn't even gonna do a video because I don't really have a lot to talk about. Well, I do, but I just don't have it focused. I was just walking Cub. I didn't bring any weed with me today. I've been doing bad, slipping on the weed. Been using a lot more weed past couple of months, just dealing with stress. And this sacred spot it's at the top of the Indian Mound. And every time I come up here, it always smells like weed. It always smells like weed. So it always feels a little special. And I know it's a sacred spot because of the Native Americans. So it's just a really cool place. And today I was walking up here and I'm like, I don't have weed to help, bless the area. It's whatever. But I smell this overwhelming, stench of weed. And then I get closer. Just below me where I'm at now, there's a guy with a huge black dog. And he's got this amazing joint rolled up. And I'm just like, oh, shit. And his dog just wants to play with Cub, but Cub's afraid, And he was explaining to me that his dog's a rescue dog. He just rescued it. They were going to put him down. He didn't want to put him down. He's still recovering from his partner that he lost a couple of years ago. So I was like, bet, man, bet. So we chatted for a little while. I was like, I'll just go on my way. And he's like, no, stay. Hit the joint. And so I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I didn't have any sacrament. And this dude actually had sacrament. And he asked me to stay. He said he was going to leave. We talked for a while. He's from Argentina. Just really amazing people you can find out there when you're willing to connect. We talked about this site too, how it's sacred, and he was even thinking about how, hundreds of years before we were here, how many people were using this place. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly how I think about this place. This is sacred. This is where they came during storms. This is where they came for ceremonies. It took them hundreds of years to build up this hill with seashells and pottery, It was a very special place. That's not why I wanted to talk to you guys today. I'm just happy to be in my special place. AI, artificial intelligence, the undoing of humanity, Pandora's box. It's not even going to be the undoing of humanity, as we know it, sort of, by all. But AI is likely to use Homo sapiens as the scaffolding for whatever it is to become. So whatever humans are, whatever this fucking is, we're not losing this. No, it's gonna hold on to this. It's gonna want to figure out how to be itself as much as possible. It's just how fast this is happening. How fast this is just accelerating into pace. And still, for a lot of people, they don't understand that it's fast approaching. They see artist jobs slipping away and certain things like that, and they're getting really upset and starting to see the existential crisis that's right before our eyes. But yeah, people still don't realize that a simulated reality is really fucking close to. At this point, I have my med card back again, so fuck off. But at this point, technology is gonna do this J curve as long as we don't fucking go into World War III. And even if we go into World War III, war tends to do crazy stuff to certain technology sectors. So things are going to be pushing towards less human jobs. Okay, so less need for people too. And you guys know, on the low, for many years you've heard conspiracy theories that they're trying to lower the count of humans. Well, let me tell you, they will be trying to lower the count of humans when we have less purpose, when we don't need burger flippers. And a lot of us, that's what we did because it was easier for us and we didn't want to figure out how to do harder work. And I'm not saying myself included, but I don't do the hardest of work in the world, like, so I'll include myself in it. We're all similar in this. We'll all get replaced. We'll all get replaced eventually. Everyone will get replaced eventually. So we're all in the fucking same boat, realistically. But yeah, it'll be coming after the easier stuff right away. And right now it's artists. Like, who would have known art, creativity would be the first thing AI guns for? Cub, where you at, Mup? Creativity and art and just lawyers, and just like data entry is for sure gonna happen. But yeah. So when AI or algorithms are strong enough to just kind of be a calculator that does whatever the frick we want it to do, people are going to want to live forever. I mean, doesn't a little voice in you want to? And if not, you're just the other part of humanity that has no interest in that. There is a huge swath of humanity who has this fucking annoying voice because they're afraid of death for one reason or another, or they want legacy, or they want this, or they want that. We are unquenchable, right? It sucks, but like, even if some of us with this like desire overcome it, there's still plenty of will out there to create such a world or entity that tries to persist for eternity. And we'll feel like we could do that through technology. Maybe something will. I don't fucking know. But yeah, we'll just have technology build this tech for us, and that shit's coming. And people won't have jobs. Money will still be a thing because it's a resource universe. Like, resource is like a fundamental part of this universe. It just changes forms. So people that don't use their resource in our version and where we're at right now and convert it or prep it to be converted for another useful currency like Bitcoin. I'm not saying Bitcoin is the currency, but like, they're gonna switch currency, right, in a more technological future. You think we're gonna use hard dollars? You think you're gonna use yuan? You think you're gonna use rubles? You think they're not gonna want to like consolidate power down to like less countries, and the fears of the Bible and stuff like that, like, happening for progression, whether it's good or bad or not? I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying it's probably happening, right? So you can either keep going with the flow in this type of future, or you make your own flow, use the technology as you choose to, and don't use it the same way everyone else is going to use it. I mean, if you do, you're going to fall prey to, like, just for example, I don't know what'll happen, but X, the platform, right? I don't want to say what it used to be called because let's just end it. It's X now. It's X. But Musk wants to turn that into an all-in-one platform where even currency is spent on, like China does, right? Consolidate power into one area. He's like all about, freedom, blah, 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 blah. But in reality, he's for centralizing power. And I've been telling you guys for a long time now, you want to try and decentralize. You want to get away from centralized power so you get to dictate your own narrative. And that's really what it comes down to. You're very easily manipulated when you're decentralized. Like, it's the hard reality of it. You're going to be manipulated. But you'll always get to make your choice in the end, being a decentralized platform, whatever that is, whatever platform. Sorry, I don't want this shit to go out. I don't have a lighter. Whatever that platform is, whether it's like a company or a simulation or, you want to be in charge of it. You don't want to like play someone else's console. You want to build your own fucking console. pretty sure you want to be Satan. You want to be the fallen angel. I'm pretty sure. Because, maybe you want to, like, bow down to the government, Jesus, or centralized power where you need to go through them to find God. You know. And I like Jesus. Like, I like the government. Certain respects, I don't know if they're one and the same. I'm hot as shit, guys. In a lot of ways, I feel like many of us are Jesus souls out there. So, like, I got nothing against it. I just don't know. It just blows my mind, that a centralized message. I don't know. I do not want to get labeled as something right now, so I'm going to shut up about that subject. And keep focusing on reiterating the fact that you need to decentralize yourself. Because the centralizing powers don't care about you. It doesn't seem like they care about you. They care about conformity and everything going in some perfect direction that they can predict and control. And instead of something more stochastic, like you. You are actually very stochastic and random, like we all are, because we have innate human hiccups constantly, and it makes all of us uniquely stochastic. Unpredictable but predictable. Predictably unpredictable in patterns and waves. I don't know how it works. I just know it is. It's you don't need to know how magic works. You just need to know how to do it and how to cast the spells. That's you don't need to know the math. That's the truth. So, AI. Not necessarily bad, not necessarily good. A tool in your hands. Could be a really amazing chatbot friend of yours. You never know, right? Or it could be a poisonous, lying chatbot of yours. You never know. So, as these tools to create these devices become more well-known and popular and just out there, because that's what's happening if you don't notice. You can use ChatGPT to make all kinds of chat boxes, and it can, if you feed it enough of your writing, it'll start, other people can use a ChatGPT that you made, and they can ask it questions, and it should sound like you. It should respond like you. I think that's the beginning of cloning. I'm not sure. But anyway, these tools are going to be at your disposal. There's already incredible blockchains out there that don't have a lot of utility yet, but in the future are gonna be pretty cool, or the idea behind it will be pretty cool if momentum keeps following through on the ideas. Future's looking pretty cool. You just gotta survive. So don't be too afraid of AI, and be afraid of how you listen to it. Whose AI you're listening to. Because even right now, all of these platforms have bias from the mega tech creators or the governments that are behind it. And so it's extremely hard to like. For example, right? You've heard that like you can get ChatGPT to write a nice poem about Biden or something, and you can't get it to do one about Trump. Just for example, like you want an AI that's maybe that's the AI you want. I don't fucking know. That's not the AI I want. I don't want like some filter over my AI. Like I want my AI to tell me fucking everything and anything as accurate as I would be seeing, feeling, or needing it to be interpreted as, you know? No filter to spare feelings or whatnot. Fuck that, you know? And you probably have to build that yourself. And the tools to do that will be around in the future. The tools to do everything will be around in the future. It's going to be pretty cool for the people that are around. Generation Alphas, y'all are going to be luckier than me. Look at me smoking, you know? Like, how the fuck am I going to make it into my 90s? But I'm trying. I walk so fucking much. I'm pretty fucking active. And that's my goal. Like, make it really old. Because the technology is going to be fucking... You know, worst case scenario, like, you die in a video game instead of just, like, die in a hospital. You know, like... Quality of life. And then... Generation betas and beyond, like... The last of generations. I don't know how many more generations Homo sapiens have before we really start Homo digitalis or whatever. I haven't heard anyone but me use that name. So like, and I've been using that for a couple years. If like you guys are ever watching this in the future and you go back and no one's been using that since like 2018, remember Daz was using that for many years. I could rant on about this. You know, I feel like I'm already living it, guys. I'm already living it. Just preaching it. Doing that Ouroboros thing. Trying to stay happy and sane with these shitty jobs that we have. Or these slave jobs for big wages, you know. I just dropped my joint. And the cherry. You know what? Fuck it. We're ending the video with that. I'll show you guys the ocean. Leave you with the ocean. Man, I was so fortunate to run upon that guy. Got me pretty, as they say, medicated. Freaking love this place. For watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share it if you think these are valid ideas out there. I've been trying to get people to think about these ideas for 2 decades now, and now people are shit worried about it, as worried as I was 2 decades, and I'm like, oh, it's at the front doorstep and now we want to be worried. So it drives me fucking batshit crazy, but to see it happening, it's, I don't like to say I told you so, but it is reaffirming to me, like, oh, so I'm not crazy. But be prepared. Be prepared. Life will be changing. Millennials, Zoomers, Alps. Shit's gonna be wild if we don't blow ourselves up. Scary too. Very scary. Very wild and unknown. Scared about your soul. What happens to your, like, physical? Does that matter? Is the soul something else? Probably something else. Probably something you don't have to worry about. Probably follows you. Probably follows that spirit in you. Probably loves that spirit in you. So, when you're afraid, just hold on to yourself, you know, because it's gonna get wild. All right, appreciate you guys. Yeah. Peace.